Honey, where are you?
I'm out shopping.
I won't be able to attend the Christmas party at your relative's house tomorrow. I'm really sorry.
What do you mean?
I have a fever of 104 degrees.
104? You were fine just yesterday.
I was, but I suddenly got chills late last night, and by the time I was in bed, my fever shot up. So I went to the doctor this morning, and they said it was the flu.
The flu?
Yeah, I have a terrible headache. My joints ache all over. I can barely eat, and drinking water is a struggle.
Unbelievable. This is a once-a-year event, and you're not going? That's unacceptable. If you take some medicine, can't you push through?
I can't. I don't want to risk spreading it to your relatives, so please just go alone.
Seriously? You're an adult and can't even manage your health? That's pathetic.
Jeez. No matter how careful you are, sometimes you just get sick. Besides, the flu is going around right now.
Just because others are getting sick doesn't mean you have to too. That's just an excuse. I haven't caught a cold in years, probably because I jog every day and take vitamins. Getting the flu is out of the question. You should take a page out of my book.
I usually take care of myself too, but this time it just happened.
If you were feeling so bad, why didn't you tell me last night?
By the time I noticed the fever, it was late, and you were already asleep. And by the time I woke up this morning, you'd already gone out alone.
Are you faking it?
Why would I do that?
Because you don't want to see my relatives.
I would never lie about something like this. Your parents and all your relatives are wonderful people. I really do want to go. But I just can't this time, so have fun for both of us. I'll try to get better as soon as I can.
Fine, I'll go by myself then. But you've got an important job to do.
What job?
You need to make a Christmas cake for 20 people and deliver it to my relative's house by Christmas Eve.
Excuse me? Christmas Eve is tomorrow.
Exactly.
So, you're telling me to make it by tomorrow?
That's right.
You've got to be kidding. I'm lying in bed with a 104-degree fever.
It's your fault for not managing your health better. I already promised Uncle Tate, so there's no backing out.
Uncle Tate? This is the first I've heard about me making Christmas cake.
Of course, I just decided that today.
Don't just make decisions on your own. I've never even made our own Christmas cake before, so this is impossible.
I don't like sweets, but you can't have Christmas without cake.
So, Uncle Tate wants me to make it?
Exactly. He's been insisting that since you haven't contributed much in the past, you should do it.
I can't believe it. He has always been kind. I never thought he'd demand something so unreasonable.
Well, he can be pretty strict. Last year, he let us slide since you were new to the family. But he said there's no more leniency from this year on.
I can't imagine him saying that.
If you don't do it, it'll affect our relationship with the family.
Then you should have told me earlier. Asking the day before is just unreasonable.
Show them what you're made of.
I can't go shopping and do all that with this high fever. It's impossible. Call and cancel it right now.
104-degree fever isn't that big of a deal.
I can't even get out of bed.
As my wife, you should step up and show them what you've got. If you can't join the party, at least stay up all night and prepare for Christmas. The flu is no big deal.
I might have been able to push through if I were healthy, but I can't even move right now.
You're not in the hospital, so you're fine.
104-degree fever is seriously dangerous. And I don't even have the ingredients for the cake.
It's still morning. If you go shopping now, you'll make it in time.
Aren't you worried about me?
I am. I'm worried if you'll finish on time.
That's not what I meant.
I'd help, but I've got to visit my godson and his family later.
What? You didn't tell me you had a plan.
Oh, I didn't? I'll come home when I'm done.
So you're not coming home now?
I'll call you. I'll do a surprise check to see if you're really making the cake.
I can't believe you're not planning to come home early when I'm in this condition.
Will my presence lower your fever?
There are some things I need, like drinks.
Go get them yourself. The grocery store is only a 15-minute drive.
So you could go shopping with 104-degree fever, huh?
I do it easily. I'd even skip there.
Enough. Let me sleep a little.
Hey, there's no time to sleep. Go get the groceries now.
I can't.
If you don't make the Christmas cake, I'll divorce you.
That's fine.
Are you serious?
Yes, I can't see myself staying married to a husband who forces his wife to make a Christmas cake while she's suffering from the flu.
Then I'll throw away all the books you've stored in that rented storage unit.
How do you know about that?
I got suspicious and followed you once. I found the key in your vanity drawer and noticed you went to the storage unit several times. I've been wondering what you were hiding in there. I thought you might be hiding gold bars or something valuable. I was disappointed to find nothing but books and junk.
I see.
But those things are important to you, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
If you don't make the cake, I'll get rid of everything in that storage unit.
I'm going to move it all right now.
If you have the energy to do that, you should have the energy to make the cake.
Fine, I'll do it. Just don't touch the books.
That's all I needed to hear. You should have just said that from the start.
And the cost? It's going to take a lot of ingredients to make a cake for 20 people.
Keep it under $300.
What?
Uncle Tate is giving me $1,500. So if the expenses are too high, there won't be much profit.
You're getting paid for this?
Yep, good old Uncle Tate is so generous. He's giving me $1,500 just for the cake ingredients. If we keep the expense under $300, it'll be a nice little profit.
So you're planning to pocket the money without doing any work?
If you make it, it's as good as me making it.
What are you even saying?
$1,200 for doing nothing? That's lucky for me. So yeah, I'll be counting on you for next year too. Anyhow, I'll enjoy the party for both of us.
Don't mess with me.
Hey, honey. Is that Christmas cake done? You kept the cost under $300 like I said, right? If you went over budget, you have to cover the extra yourself. Why aren't you answering? What's going on? Are you ignoring me? You're not slacking off and sleeping instead of making the cake, are you?
She was taken to the hospital by ambulance.
What? Hospital? And who is this? I'm texting Mary, not you.
I'm Sally, a friend of hers.
So you're the one who called the emergency?
No. When I got there, the ambulance had already arrived.
Who called them? They didn't need to overreact.
Excuse me?
She had a mission to complete the Christmas cake by tomorrow. Going to the hospital is going to cause a huge delay.
Your wife collapsed. Aren't you worried about her?
I'm more worried about the cake not being ready. Seriously, I don't know who you are, but stay out of my business.
There are a lot of things I'd like to say, but this isn't the time to argue. You need to get to the hospital.
No can do. I'm drinking at my buddy's right now.
You must be joking, right?
She'll be fine after getting an IV. Tell her to hurry up and get her fever down so she can finish the cake.
Are you even human?
Of course I am.
Are you sure you're on Earth? Or did you come from another planet?
What are you talking about? I'm an Earthling.
It sure doesn't seem like it.
Anyway, the Christmas cake is the priority here.
More important than your wife's life?
Life? That's exaggerating. She just has a cold.
She has the flu.
Yeah, but people don't die from the flu. She'll be fine.
Can't you drink anytime? Aren't you worried that something could happen to her?
I'm visiting my godson on Christmas Eve, and it only comes once a year.
Then go ahead and drink forever.
What?
I said, stick your face in a barrel and stay drunk for the rest of your life.
I don't know who you are, but you're being incredibly rude.
I don't need to hear that from you.
Anyway, just slap her cheek a little and wake her up. She's overreacting to a fever.
She must have been enduring a lot with a man like you.
What do you mean, enduring? I'm a great husband. I'm the one who's been putting up with her.
When I got here, she was lying on the ground in front of the door. She was clutching a plastic bag full of groceries.
Oh, so she did go shopping. She almost made it, but she's just not tough enough. Huh, getting hospitalized over something as minor as the flu.
Her hospitalization isn't just because of the flu.
What else?
She hit her head and was bleeding. So, a neighbor thought it was a crime scene and called the police. It caused quite a commotion.
Oh, so that missed call earlier was probably from the police.
If you noticed, why didn't you call back right away?
How many times do I have to tell you? I said I'd do everything after the party.
Is this party really that important to you?
Of course it is. I'm hanging out with my family and relatives. We're reminiscing and having a great time.
So what?
Family is for life, you know? But with a marriage, you might never see each other again after a divorce, right?
Are you seriously saying that?
Sure.
Then keep drinking for the rest of your life.
There's no need to get so angry. Who are you anyway? I've never heard Mary mention anyone named Sally.
You don't need to know.
Whatever.
I'll stay here with her.
Great. That means I can drink all night. If you're staying with her, then there's no need for me to go to the hospital, right? That's a huge help. Thanks a bunch.
You're such a piece of trash.
Honey, how are you feeling? Are you starting to feel better?
It's not something that gets better so easily.
So, what's your temperature now?
100 degrees.
See? It's going down. Thanks to you, there's no Christmas cake, and I'm missing out on that $1,500. This Christmas is a disaster.
You're still going on about that?
Because you didn't make the cake, Uncle Tate is furious.
Really? He didn't seem angry at all.
How do you know?
He actually visited me in the hospital yesterday.
Why? I didn't tell him anything.
Sally contacted him.
Ugh, that woman from the other day. Who the heck is she?
She's going to be Uncle Tate's new wife.
What are you talking about? His wife passed away 8 years ago.
He's getting remarried.
No way. How old is this Sally?
She's 29, just like me.
Come on, Uncle Tate is almost 60. What idiot would marry an old guy like that?
She says she's sorry for being that idiot.
Don't report everything to her.
You know how people talk in a small town. A marriage with such a big age gap will definitely raise eyebrows. That's why he was consulting with me. As we met, I got close to her as well.
Yeah, in the countryside, people will just gossip that she's after his money.
She was worried about that too. Uncle Tate wanted me to understand that it wasn't like that.
So, what's the truth? She's just after his money, right?
No, they're really in love.
Huh, that's hilarious. A woman marrying an old man is always about the money.
You'll never understand what love really is.
Hey, don't insult me.
Anyway, about the storage unit I rented.
The one where you're wasting money to store those worthless books?
They're books, but they're not just books.
That makes no sense.
The books are a cover. What's inside them is what's really important.
What's inside?
Evidence of corruption by the town mayor.
What?
You begged Uncle Tate to buy $1,500 worth of Christmas cakes because you wanted to help out a friend who ran a restaurant and boosted their sales, right?
We're not talking about that right now.
Who is this friend's father?
The mayor? But...
You and your friend were conspiring together, helping the mayor create slush funds.
What are you talking about?
I thought you were going to use the profit from the cake for that. But Sally found out that the restaurant doesn't even make any cakes.
You're totally mistaken.
You just wanted the money and made up some excuse to get me to make the cakes, didn't you?
Ugh, stop saying random things. I just wanted our relatives to enjoy the cake you made.
That doesn't add up. You told Uncle Tate to buy the cake from the restaurant, right?
I thought they'd prefer it over homemade ones.
You've been blackmailed by the mayor's son since your school days, haven't you?
That's...
He's been demanding a few thousand from you every month. He's been using your involvement in the slush fund to keep you trapped. That's why you were so desperate for money, right?
How did you find out?
Sally works at the town hall.
I'm not involved.
That restaurant has been a hub for shady deals and illegal donations. You were there yesterday, weren't you?
No, I was at the party.
Uncle Tate and Sally asked me to rent the storage unit to keep something important safe. But I didn't know what was inside. They told me it was something very important, and asked me to keep it safe no matter what.
Why would Uncle Tate...
Sally couldn't stand watching the town she serves as a public employee get even more corrupt. And Uncle Tate wanted to save you from getting deeper into this mess.
Whatever he says, he can't just go against people in power.
It's simple. Just say, I'm done with this.
If I do that, I'll end up in prison. They'll pin most of the illegal activities on me.
Don't worry. With the evidence Sally has gathered, we can bring the mayor down.
Are you serious?
You don't have to worry anymore.
Oh, thank you. I'll come pick you up now. Let's spend Christmas together.
You must be confused.
Wait, aren't you going to help me?
The fact is, you were involved in the corruption. And you ignored me when I was seriously ill.
But I had no choice.
Whatever the reason, your behavior hurt me deeply. I realized I can't live with someone like you.
I'm sorry. I'll never ask you to make a Christmas cake again.
All I wanted was for you to ask, are you okay? But you didn't even care. I don't need a husband like that.
I'll put you first from now on, I swear.
It's too late. We're done.
Don't say that.
Like I said, I still have a fever.
Are you okay? Just take it easy and rest. If you need anything, I'll bring it to you.
It's too late to say that now.
So what am I supposed to do?
You'll be out of commission soon enough.
What do you mean?
You said you hadn't caught a cold in years. But I think you're about to come down with a fever yourself.
What?
We slept in the same bed, so you've definitely been exposed.
No way. Not me. Wait a minute. Now that you mention it, I do feel a bit of a chill.
Your fever is going to spike soon. It's going to be fun. But since you can go shopping with a 104-degree fever while skipping, I'm sure handling the divorce filing will be a breeze, right?
Darn it! You gave it to me! If I get a high fever, I won't be able to do anything!
Don't be a baby. No matter how sick you are, you'll have to handle everything. That includes the divorce paperwork and discussions about alimony and splitting our assets.
There's no way I can do that!
Oh, and good luck with the police interrogation.
I'm going to get arrested too?
You were involved, even if you were blackmailed, so yes, it's likely.
This can't be happening.
You must have enjoyed some of the perks, right?
All I got was a few good meals and some drinks.
You still benefited, so that's too bad for you.
Please, you have to help me. Can't you talk to Uncle Tate for me?
You don't need to ask. He's already made it clear he won't help.
Oh no.
Good luck in court.
Stand by me, won't you? We're still married.
I told you, we're not going to be married anymore. Goodbye.
No, Mary, please don't leave me.
The mayor, his son, and Lewis were all arrested and, following their trial, were sentenced to lengthy prison terms. The mayor's long history of corruption was uncovered, leading to the confiscation of his assets. His son faced a similar fate, being completely shunned by society, and their names were never spoken again in our town. Naturally, I divorced Lewis. He was abandoned by his parents, relatives, and former friends, and now lives a miserable, lonely life. The court awarded me all of our shared assets, which I used to start a new life. With the help of Uncle Tate and Sally, I now have a peaceful, happy life. Uncle Tate and Sally got married, and he ran for mayor, winning by a landslide. With him as mayor, the town has become brighter, and I've noticed more smiles on the faces of the townspeople.